Hello and welcome back to my channel United We Analyze. Today we will be analyzing Manchester United versus Watford. Manchester United were taking on Watford after a 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. It was important for us to gain 3 points in this game so as to increase our chances of ending up in the top 4, which is the main goal for this season. However, we all know how this game went. Let's have a look at the statistics first. As you can see, Manchester United dominated possession, and the number of shots is a huge tally. However, it is quite astounding to see that we only have 3 shots on target out of 22. 14 of those shots were taken inside the box, and only 3 shots on target. We have double the amount of passes compared to Watford, and we have cleared much less. Even without watching the game, you could tell how one sided it was and the amount of chances that our team squandered. Now, if you look at the game, at the fourth minute, Wan Bissaka whipped in a brilliant cross to Ronaldo, which he received with a sublime touch but failed to convert it into a goal. Here's another look where you can see the situation. Ronaldo was in, and you just feel like he should have scored from there. He's a world class player, and he should have scored from there, but fortune didn't favor him, and he missed. 7 minutes later, Anthony Alanga got into a ball into shooting position, but he chose to pass it to Fernandez. And from this angle, you would think Fernandez, a person who came at the top 30 of the Ballon d'Or nomination, surely Fernandez would really score it, seeing that Ronaldo missed. But no, Fernandez does an extremely, tremendously weak ball, and obviously Ben Foster will save it. Ben Foster, the vlogger. At the 15th minute, Dallas swings in a magnificent ball to Ronaldo. Yet again, Ronaldo is receiving loads of good balls, but he doesn't convert it. This time, though, he sends it at the back of the net. Unfortunately, the goal is disallowed because he is offside, and all the cheer, all the getting of our seats is gone. It's wasted. Just around the 18th minute, Pogba sent in a ball for Fernandez. And Fernandez, who was having a terrible game so far, had this chance of redemption. But what happened? Guess what happened? He missed it yet again. A closer shot at scoring came at the 61st minute when Ronaldo shot at a seemingly undefended portion of the goal, only for our own player, Anthony Elanga, to block it unintentionally. For we could see the frustrations on Ronaldo's face, on Fernandez's face. The facade of things going well is wearing thin, and the cracks of Ragnick's management are being split open for everyone to see. Let's have a look at the player ratings. David De Gea, he wasn't tested frequently enough, but saved the odd shot sent towards him. We gave him a rating of 7. Aaron Wan-Bissaka made sure our right side was secure and was decent in offensive attacking. 7. Victor Lindelof hardly had anything to do. Supplied a few good balls for our attack though, so 7. Rafael Varane, once again, he also had very little to do throughout the game. Sent in a splendid ball for Ronaldo though, which of course Ronaldo missed. We gave him 7 too. Alex Telles used his pace to good effect but needs to provide much better balls into the box. He took his chance and he missed it. 6. Fred, an average performance. Good decision to bring him off for Sancho though. 6. Nemanja Matic, absolutely brilliant. He was the only true United player on the pitch, which is quite ironic seeing he's not a United player from the beginning. He doesn't have United DNA, but he was the only one who's actually alive today. So he seemed to deliver more through balls than anyone else combined. Unfortunately, he had to be taken off for Rashford, but we gave him a full 9. Paul Pogba couldn't seem to figure out his position. He hasn't been able to figure out his position for 3 years, man. He's still gonna figure out his position right now. And he also has a muscle problem, so he couldn't run fast enough, which almost led to a goal. We gave him 6. Anthony Alanga did some nice link up plays and was very pacey on the ball, but he should have scored when he was given the chance. 7. Fernandez, oh god, don't get me started on him. Horrible nightmare of a game. Missed loads of chances. An awful game. It's an awful game for him. It was an awful game. Man United are consistently being inconsistent, and it's all laid down to Fernandez and Ronaldo and Maguire. 3 people. Those 3 are the responsible for the fall of Man United this season. Those 3 are the people who didn't turn up, and those are the 3 most pivotal people in our squad. Cristiano Ronaldo, oh man, he missed two open goal chances and was unable to figure out his role once Rashford came on. He should have converted when he had the chance, but completely lost self belief. He lacks confidence. He just doesn't seem like he was. One goal in 10 games, one goal contribution in the entire 2022. This is not Ronaldo. This is not the world class player that we used to know. This, this guy's the fall. This guy is the reason of the fall of Man United. 5. Match review. It's quietly a very disappointing game. I'm extremely disappointed because this isn't Man United. This isn't a team. This is a bunch of high class, supposedly very talented footballers, highly paid, extravagant salary people who look like a bunch of strangers on the pitch. There's no cohesion. They look like a bunch of strangers on the pitch. No chemistry between them at all. Ronaldo, Fernandez, Pogba. Tell me one of them who turned up today. Tell me one of them who came up when we needed them. Fernandez, awful game, awful. Missed three chances. Ronaldo, same as well. They're all over it. They need to turn up. We can see Ragnick's plan. We can see Ragnick's formula. We can see Ragnick's philosophy, but this is not the right personnel. And this is why Man United are failing. We give a manager 6 months to repair the damage Oli left us. 6 months to change the toxicity that Ronaldo has brought into our team. 6 months to change our team from being Fernandez reliant to a full self sustainable team. 6 months is not enough. And then we put pressure on Ragnick. It's not his fault. He needs time to bring in good players, a team which matches his philosophy. I'm disappointed. This isn't Man United. No matter what you say about Man United DNA, this is not Man United. This is the bunch of overrated, extremely arrogant, proud, and extravagant salaried people playing on the pitch with the Man United badge on them. I'm very disappointed in this game. It was a shocker. And it's a wake up call to show that we're not as good as City. We're not as good as Liverpool. Heck, we're not as good as Arsenal. We're not as good as West Ham. We're not as good as Everton as they were last season. Of course, Everton this season are pretty horrible, but we've shown how good we were last season, and we've shown how good we are this season. Arsenal were horrible last season, but they had a plan. They had a long-term plan which is put in effect this season, and you can see how well they're doing. Despite all the memes, despite all the jokes, despite all the trolls, Arsenal are actually doing pretty well, and they will catch up to us. They will become ahead of us. We will not finish in the top four if we continue like this. Arsenal had a plan. They suffered a year only to reap the reward of the next few years that they will achieve. We have no plan. Just buy and hope. We just buy and hope that something will happen. But all that has happened is a failed Jadon Sancho, a silent Rafael Varane, and a toxic Ronaldo.